Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pulse here, hosted by the PeakBot team, covering everything from exploration to automation for options selling. I believe that's our tagline. I don't say it every time. But welcome back. We did say this last week, Thomas. We'll get you a headshot as soon as you get us a headshot. We'll throw you up on the
You just got to come in there first.
I appreciate you guys giving me first chair here. As the big on screen. That'll rotate, I'm sure, at some point. But we're excited. We're back. We got a full week of trading ahead. Of course, coming off of Happy Easter to anybody who celebrated, and excited to get into things. So for today's show, we're going to be having a couple new things thrown in there. We're going to be discussing, obviously, our watch list. As you guys have seen, if you've been tuning in, we always are making updates to our watch list. So we got a couple new updates that Ben will talk through. Additionally, we are going to talk about our PeakBot Picks competition for the month of March with our affiliates. We have claimed a winner. We just rolled out today's day one of our April contest for PeakBot Picks, and we'll be talking about getting seats reserved for next month for May. We'll talk about the trend spread bot and a couple updates there now that we're live in beta testing, starting today, actually. So that's some exciting stuff. And we'll take a look at my portfolio and some changes I'll be making. So I think that's it. I can hand it off to Ben here, and we can get going on the watch list and some charts.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll pull up the watch list. I'm actually going to pull up our website because the watch list is in a new location, same URL. Still use peakbot.com/watch lists. Different location. The watch list was previously on the Google Sheet. Now it's directly on our website. So you can click on watch lists. It actually still is on a Google Sheet. We're just showing it on the website. But you can see here we've got the wheel, hedged, spreads. On this tab, we can click here to get the wheel, unhedged, or naked. We will be throwing up the remove tickers and the iron condor this week. But for now, this has all the information that you need. If you want to download the watch list, you can go over to this button on the right side here. And then the information is down below if you have questions about how we get tickers, strike prices, cash that's needed, net premium, and so on. You can check that out at the bottom there. I'm going to zoom in so we can actually take a look at this watch list. JD.com. This has been on the top of the leaderboard for a couple of weeks now. Which is rare after the new setup for our leaderboard. So really interesting to see JD.com staying in the lower risk tier, still trending bullish, hanging out 64% and a low price stock. I think that JD might have actually been PeakBot's most automated ticker last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was.
So really interesting to see that. I did call out two tickers in the title this week. We've got Taiwan Semiconductor, ticker TSM, and we've got Delta Airlines, ticker DAL. The reason I want to call these out was they were actually number one and number two on the moderate risk level yesterday, but they've moved into the lower risk tier today. And it looks like they're estimated to pay out a little bit less in premium. So I'm not totally tied to taking a look at those two tickers in particular. I do want to take a look at JD.com just to see how things are trending for JD. Before we get there, though, we do this periodically. If anybody wants to take a look at how we get our watch list set up, we just go to barchart.com. And when we're on barchart.com, we go to options, we go to the most active options, and then take a look at this list. There's stocks, there's ETFs, there's indices. So as we all probably know, you up top, the most active options for ETFs, and then stocks. No surprise to see Tesla and AMZ all towards the top. America crept its way up there as one of the most active options chains as well. What we do from here is we just simply filter out anything with low volume, and we're defining low volume as right now less than 25,000 in this column here in options volume. We're also filtering out any stocks that are too highly priced. Now there will be some exceptions, But if you think about the wheel strategy, the way people automate the wheel strategy, you essentially have to have 100 times the strike price you sell if you get assigned shares. So for NVIDIA, as an example, if we were to take a look at NVIDIA's options chain, so I'm just going to actually go over to my Tradier account here. I'm going to go to chains. This is my paper trading account. Tradier offers a paper trading account. Highly recommended. I'm going to type in NVIDIA. Now, PeakBot will be selling the expiration for the end of the week. So April 5th, 2024, that's our expiration. If I were to go down, if I were to sell a cash secured put on NVIDIA right now, PeakBot will be looking to sell at the 30 delta-ish. So it would turn out to be the 880 strike here. Now, if at expiration, NVIDIA's stock price was below 880, you would get assigned 100 shares per contract that you sold. Now, with the strike price of 880, you would need $88,000 in your account to actually purchase those shares at this price. So we know that the average PeakBot trader is only automating with about $11,000 each week, and that's on average. So this is way above the average PeakBot automator. Is that right? Can I call them PeakBot automators, traders? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll call them automators.
That works.
That works. So for that reason, we'll filter out higher value stocks or higher priced stocks, not value, higher priced stocks, with exception. You'll notice on our watch list, we'll have like Coinbase, we'll have, which is pretty high up there. We've got Taiwan Semiconductors, Disney. These are all over $100. But that's how we compile our list. And then we obviously, run some calculations to estimate risk level, to estimate trend. And that's how we, of course, sort this watch list. So that said, I'm going to actually hop back over to Tradier. Let's Dillon, Thomas, you guys think I forgot anything?
Don't believe so. I think you're good to go.
Cool. I'm going to pull up JD here. I'm also going to get some analyst reports up on my other screen, just so that way we've got those numbers. So JD, I go over to Tradier. When I'm trading weekly contracts, I like to take a look at the monthly chart just to get a feel for, how this stock is moving. We've got a low of $21. We got a high of $28.50. So pretty wide range considering it's, between $20 and $30. That's like a 20-ish, 25-ish% fluctuation there. It looks like we've got some okay support at like $26, I'll call it. So if we go back to the watch list, we look at JD, it looks like this week we're estimating to sell the 26.50 strike. So that would put the strike price right about here on the list, right above this line of support. So that's just something to consider. It does look like we're in a pretty flat trend over the past, 3 weeks or so. We've got a technical analysis tool on Tradier that I also like to use. I do like to take a look at the weekly outlook. And when we do that, we see that the analysis is giving us a bunch of different indicators, 9 sell indicators, 9 neutral, and 8 buy. So we know that the selling cash secured puts is a neutral to bullish strategy. So I like to add the neutral signals to the buy signals and pit that up against the sell signals. So it's a 17-9 neutral and buy against sell. Still indicating, it's positive for selling a cash secured put. So it's that these are all things to consider. Of course, you want to do your own due diligence and make sure that you're comfortable trading this particular ticker. You also want to make sure you're comfortable if you do get assigned, if you're comfortable holding this company. Do you know anything about the company? I know, Dillon, we've talked many times about, people come onto PeakBot, they're just looking for whatever's paying the most premiums. They don't know anything about the company. And then you will get assigned. That's just the nature of trading. When people get assigned, they start to freak out. And just because they don't know what the company is, they don't feel comfortable owning it. So really important to do your own due diligence. What we say on this show is not financial advice. And we're just simply stating our opinions and educating you guys on how PeakBot is automating these trades. So if we take a look at, what's that?
No, nothing I said fantastic. I'll get to
Okay.
my opinion on JD later. Go ahead.
So if we take a look at, and I've got up on another screen, I won't share that. But if we take a look at analyst opinions, we got 39 analysts reporting out on JD. We've got about 75% of them calling them a strong buy or a buy, and then 25% calling them a hold. The average analyst price target is 38.65, so we're trading about $11 under that. So room to move up. Overall, when you consider all these factors, JD is not looking too bad. I'm going to head back to the watch list. Thomas, I'm going to call on you. Is there a ticker on the watch list you want us to pull up? And if anybody's watching and they want us to pull up a ticker, just pop it in the chat and we'll do it. But Thomas,
I've been looking at Uber.
You want to look at
Uber is something I was going to throw on a trend spread this week.
All right, cool. So Uber's got an estimated $300 max loss. You need about $7,500 in your account, and we're estimating about a $35 net premium payout. So about 0.5% on your money this week. We're looking to be selling the 75 strike. So we go ahead for Uber. 75 strike will land us right about here at this price level. So it looks like a pretty strong trend. Oh wait, this is the year. Let me take a look at the month. All right, so we're up and down this month. If we take a look at our range, which is something that I personally like to do, we're trading from about 74 up to about 82. That's about $8 price difference, about a 10% range. $75 strike will put us right at this line right here. So if we feel comfortable that Uber will end the week above $75, not a bad call. It does look like there's a short-term downward trend starting to form. But overall, just pretty choppy. If we take a look at the technical analysis tool, we're going to look at 1 week, see how that just shifted from the 15-minute to the 1 week. We got 2 sell signals, 10 neutral, 14 buy. We've been watching Uber for a couple of weeks now. There's 48 analysts reporting on Uber. About 94% of them are saying it's a strong buy or a buy. Only 6% of them are saying it's a hold. Now Uber's currently trading at about $77. The average analyst price target for Uber is $86. So still a little bit of room to move up to get to that average estimated price or average target price by analyst. But again, we want to look out for this downward trend over the course of this week. Not too bad. Dillon, is there anything that you were considering to put on your PeakBot account that you want to pull up?
I was looking at Lyft and Shopify as well. So Lyft is at the top of our moderate part of the watch list, bullish moderate.
Okay.
I like it because, and you can pull up the chart if you'd like, small max loss. We only have a dollar spread we're working with here. Affordable stock, paying 0.86% on the week, which is within my range. I like to stay from 0.5% to 1%. And I believe in the company. I've traded Lyft a ton before. Let's see what that chart looks like if you want to pull it up.
Cool. Let's just keep in mind the 1850 strike that we're estimating to sell. So we're going Uber and Lyft here. Interesting.
1 week it's airlines. Now it's, rideshare services. We're all about our transportation here in this country.
Yeah, so it looks like we are trending in an upward direction, kind of similar to Uber, how we were seeing a bit of a dip over the past week. We're currently trading at 1930. We said the strike price was 1850, so that would put us right around this level here. Not much testing on that support line right there. Overall, the trend does look to be pretty bullish over the past month or so. Again, we're looking at the 1 month chart here. If we go down to the technical analysis tool, switch that to a week, we've got 6 sell, 8 neutral, 12 buy. So that's 20 to 6 when we add the neutral and the buy together. When we look at the analysts' ratings, there's 43 analysts reporting on Lyft. Looks like 18% are calling Lyft a strong buy or a buy. We've got 74% calling Lyft a hold, which in the case of selling a cash secure put, not the worst thing because it's the neutral bullish strategy. You're on the call side. The call side is neutral bearish. And then we have 7% reporting as underperform. The average analyst price target is 15.69, which we're trading above 15.69 right now, but the high analyst price target is $23. For those that are more optimistic, we're shooting for that $23 number. But I personally like to take averages. I don't know, Dillon, how that impacts your decision making, but those are three stocks. If anybody, again, has any stocks they want us to pull up and look at, pull up the chart, pull up the technical analysis tool, look at analyst reports, feel free to pop it in the chat. But for now, I think I'll turn it now.
Yeah.
You kind of cut out there. Who you handed it to?
Thomas.
All right,
All right.
Thomas.
Let me just go ahead and share my screen here for a second. So I just want to go over trend spread and just kind of explain for everybody how it's going to work. So right now we brought it out to one group of beta testers. This way, it's a little bit of a smaller group. It's only going to be 8 people because we originally had 30 or so people that wanted to test it at first. And just for my sake, if anything, like any bugs went wrong, anything like that, I didn't want to have to call 30, 40 people just to see what's going on. So, of course, it's a beta test. It's just easier to keep to a smaller group at first. And as soon as we're confident that everything's good, then it's going to go to the rest of the 30 people in there. So this is just what I've been trading here on trend spread. A lot of people are going to, choose the better stocks. And that's exactly what I did. I went for just the blue chip stocks, so something like Amazon, Google, Occidental, PayPal. Companies like that are paying pretty good premium would normally require tens of thousands of dollars on the wheel. At this point, you only need $500, $600, $700 to get through most of these. So it's been pretty good. This account started at around $2,700, so now it's up to $3,700 in a matter of just a few weeks here. The bull run we had definitely helped. So we'll just continue to see how that goes. But even then, there were some bearish calls that it's been right on this entire time. So with Alibaba, it's been selling call credit spreads for the past 3-4 weeks now, and it's never finished in the money. So that's definitely very promising as we're doing a beta test here, and just kind of seeing how, what stocks most people pick. And that's something I'm definitely going to pay attention to as we make our own watch list for trend spread, how we have to lay it out, like how we switched up the wheel watch list so that people stop picking the riskier stocks.
So trend spread, we've been working on it, Ben. I mean, when did this idea first come to fruition?
Man, probably back in August.
Yeah. So really the whole idea behind us in the spot, and for anybody who's tuning in who isn't familiar with PeakBot, because I know we got a big audience live on Twitter right now, we are automated option selling. Okay. So we're not financial advisors. None of this is financial advice, but just as a quick refresher, you pick the stocks, our bots do the rest. We're integrated with brokers like Tradier, who of course is hosting us live on this show, and other brokers as well. So you connect to your broker, pick your stock from our watch list, set it and forget it. So the wheel trend spread, they have entries today. We're live in the trading window. So I just wanted to share that. And with the trend spread bot specifically, it works similar to the wheel, right? The wheel strategy is where 95% of our subscribers are activating their trades right now. But with trend spread, as these guys mentioned, it trades with the trend. So Thomas, pull up your watch list tab that you have there just at the top so people can kind of see. So with trend spread, our trend is based on the 67-day EMA, okay, with a couple other factors. So if it's showing bullish, that bot is going to trade with the trend and sell a put credit spread. If you're seeing neutral, if Thomas was to scroll down a little bit, there's only a couple there. Okay, so if you see neutral, then it's going to trade an iron condor. And if it's bearish, it's going to sell a call spread, so call credit spread. So it trades with the trend. And the other nice thing about it is the contracts are being rolled weekly. Okay, so they open on, well, they can open on a former Friday, now expiring this Friday, not to be confused with the market being closed. Anyway, if I'm confusing anybody, tell me to shut up. But point is, the bot rolls contracts every week, so you never get assigned shares. Okay, we developed this bot because a chink in our armor with the wheel strategy was a bear market or bearish or consistently bearish stocks, right? That's where we were exposed a little bit. Of course, with the wheel strategy, even in a bear market, when we get assigned shares, we're collecting a nice premium because we're selling the 50 delta. But with trend spread, we're just collecting rent. There are going to be losses. Okay, if the stock does the opposite of what the bot wants it to do, you're going to take a loss and we're going to roll that contract. But you're never going to get assigned shares and just own, on a falling stock. Is there anything else that we should mention to the new audience here that, maybe about the trend spread or any of our other bots quickly, or do we think that covers it?
There'll be updates coming to Iron Condor soon enough. We've been testing a reformat, if you will, of the Iron Condor strategy. 1 DTE. We are probably, and I say probably because we're still testing, probably going to be selling Iron Condors around 12 p.m.-ish at 1 DTE. And on the day of expiration, we will have limit orders preset to 5 cents to close those out. And if that position isn't closed by 3:45, we'll close it out with a market order. I would expect that to probably take a couple of months just because we were testing it manually, still are actually. And then that has to move into automated testing internally, then automated testing with beta, and then we can push that out. So we're a couple months away from that, but something to look out for any fans of the Iron Condor strategy.
Fantastic. Okay, good updates. I figured while we have the audience here, it might be helpful to pivot the agenda just a little bit, maybe share my screen here and we can show how to use PeakBot quickly.
Do it.
And then we can get into the PeakBot picks competition. So if you guys can see my screen here, this is my PeakBot, one of my PeakBot accounts here. Okay, so this is the home screen. Over here on the left-hand side is going to be our automated portfolio. Okay, so we can see the wheel. This was the contracts I traded last week. General Motors, and I had 2 spreads on United Airlines. These were both put credit spreads. I didn't own the shares. The wheel is going to sell a put on my behalf. Now, when I looked at the watch list today for General Motors and United Airlines, if I was to do UAL on here, so United Airlines is still showing bullish and lower risk, which is nice. However, I'll be honest, this premium that I'm earning, 0.37% for $17, I wanted to try to get a little bit higher than that. I like to stay between 0.5% and 1%. So I'm going to make a couple adjustments here, and I'll show you guys how I do that live. The other stock was General Motors. Let's see where that falls. So General Motors is now in moderate risk, bullish trend. We have a $2 spread, also paying the same exact premium with a similar percentage. So I'm gonna actually drop those this week. Now I need everybody to know the ideal. If I'm being honest, Ben, Thomas, kick in here if you guys have different opinions. The best PeakBot subscribers who seem to have the most success are the ones who truly do pick stocks that they're comfortable owning and that they feel good about in the long run. That's the golden rule. But number 2 is letting the bot do its thing, right? Can you come in here every week and update your portfolio? Absolutely, right? If you have the time and the emotional capacity and the data to do so, which, the idea is that the watch list makes it a lot easier for you. We're laying out the top 50 to 150 most liquid options chains. You can come in here and make changes every week. Others don't touch it all year. I'll use the classic example of my father, made 28% last year, didn't touch his account, just traded Amazon, Verizon, Google, and Starbucks. I mean, he didn't touch it because he doesn't mind if he owns those shares and gets assigned. But anyway, I'm going to drop GM and UAL here just by clicking the checkbox here, looking at its status, and I'm going to hit remove. This is where you can pause, play, or remove your tickers here. So we're going to get rid of those. This is just a confirmation screen reminding you if you do have an open contract, which I don't right now, or if you own the shares of a stock, removing it from PeakBot isn't going to sell your shares or close your contract. It's going to prevent it from opening up any new contracts. Okay. By the way, this NAN, this is the trend spread bot. Okay. We're just testing this right now. So we'll have that sorted and we'll have our dollar amounts there. But for the wheel is what we're talking about right now. I'm going to be adding 3 stocks this week. So the first one I'm adding, we actually talked about. It's JD. It's right at the top here for the second week in a row. What's not to like about this? The stock's trading at 27.39. We're bullish trend, low risk, only a 50-cent spread. So the most I'm risking on this is for $50, on my put credit spread here. Relatively affordable stock, so I'm only going to need about $26.50 in case I get assigned at my 30 delta here. Making $17, which is a 0.64% return. I'm actually going to be adding 2 of these, so I'm going to add it separately, just so people know how to get the new stock added. You're going to click Start New Automation, and in 3 steps, you're going to be in and out of here. I'll zoom in here for us a little bit. So step 1 is select the bot. I'm going to choose the wheel. Step 2 is select your stock. I'm going to type in JD. It'll populate for me. And now the final step is to enter my budget. I'm entering how many contracts, or in this case, spreads, that I want to sell for this week, which is 2. Okay, so now I'm going to hit activate, agree, and that stock is now going to be added into my automated portfolio. I'm ready to rock with JD. I might change that. I was looking at my notes incorrectly, but I'll show you how easy that is. We're going to be adding as well Lyft, LYFT, which was the one that we looked at. This is actually the one that I wanted to double, not JD. So I'm adding Lyft, super simple. And then we're also going to be adding, let me just remove JD and get that right. It's live editing, right, guys? Just to show you how easy it is to use the app. We're going to just add JD for 1. This was all intentionally part of my plan here today. And then the last one I'm going to be adding is Shopify. I'll show that on the watch list here in a second. So Shopify, I've traded it in the past. It's done me well so far. It's actually number 2 on our list here. Trading at 77.17, bullish lower, which we love to see. $3 spread with our deltas here. Earning $48 in premium, also a 0.64% return. So this is my portfolio this week for the wheel. I got JD, 2 lifts, and a Shopify. For trend spread, I have not taken a look at my trend spread selections just yet. I am in active contracts because on all 4 of these, because they roll every week. So I have 4, I believe, put credit spreads just based on the trend for all of these this week. So that's the update. Over here, you can see your realized gains and losses. I will say I've been making a lot more than this in the last month, mostly on the trend spread bot, which we're not calculating over here. But the wheel is my, trusty steed. I am collecting about 0.5% to 1% a week in premium. Haven't been assigned in a little while, knock on wood. Are you guys sick of my voice yet?
Yeah, let's switch over to Thomas.
Okay, thank God. But last thing, use PeakBot.com. We offer a 2-week free trial. We're integrated with major brokers, Tradier, and a number of others. You can go to our site and see. If there's any questions, let us know. But you can schedule your one-on-one demo with me or one of the members of the team here. We'll get you in good hands. So, Thomas, over to you. I think we're talking – what are we doing? We talking PeakBot picks?
I think so.
Real quick, I do have to drop. I've got another call to be on at 9:00, but
no worries.
You guys got it. You'll wrap up the show, and Thomas, take it away.
All right.
Thanks, Ben. See you at the peak, man. Thomas, I have the leaderboard up. You have the leaderboard up. Let's talk about our winner from last week, and then let's get into what we got going on for this month.
Yeah. So, is it your screen being shared or mine?
I think it's yours.
Yep, it's mine. So the winner of this one was Dan, at selling for premium on Twitter. He won by a pretty big margin of 32 to 22 points. which is great. Of course, Dylan, you beat me, unfortunately, by
Yes.
4 points.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, so it's all right. I'll give you kudos on this one. But yeah, after that, selling for premium, of course, with the name like that, you kind of have to expect him to win this competition. Um, so yeah, so this now we're going to be starting it for the month of April for all of the general public. So that's going to be starting today. Use hashtag PeakBot picks to see what people are picking. I believe we already have 4, 5, 6 entries right now.
Yep.
Last time we checked, a couple people texted us. So we're going to have them post that on Twitter as soon as we can, and then increase that number there that's viewable for you guys.
Fantastic. I'm going to pull up my screen actually just to look at another part of the PeakBot Picks leaderboard from last month. And just for reference, for the month of March, this PeakBot Picks competition, okay, the whole idea is you're utilizing our watch list. Okay, we're going to be running this every month, handing out cash prizes. For the month of March, we did it with our affiliates, our partners, okay, those who work hand in hand with PeakBot, love the platform, etc. Okay, so but for the month of April, we're rolling it out starting today for the general public, followers, anybody tuned in to watch this show, compete to win $500 in cash prizes this month. Okay, the whole idea is you go to our watch list and you're picking stocks that you believe are going to finish out of the money. Put contracts, okay, these put credit spreads. So you're looking at the stock price and your sold strike price. If you think this stock, let's take JD for example. If you think JD is trading at 27.39 and is going to stay above 26.50 at the sold put strike this week, then enter it. You tweet hashtag PeakBot Picks. You mention that you can choose this stock. You can choose between 3 to 10 per week. Okay. What's important to know is the scoring. Okay. In fact, I will pull up. This is from last week. Last month rather. You gain a point if you're correct. Okay. If the stock finishes out of the money above the put strike price, you get +1 points. If you choose incorrectly, you lose a point. Okay. So if the stock, as you can see here, this was from the first week of March on Zoom. Okay. We had selected, or Dan had selected Zoom to finish above $69. It did not. Okay. Let's give Dan a quick shout out here. If we look at all of his picks, which is what we have it filtered to, he hit 90% throughout the month of March. Okay. He hit 36 out of 40 selections. I think he only missed on Win and Palantir in the second week, and Zoom and Intel in his first week. Everything else he selected here finished above the strike price, and that's how you win a contest right there, by a landslide with 90% selection rate. So this month we will have a new leaderboard. Again, we have limited seats available. April is closed off. We're now actually taking reservations. You can lock in your seat for the May competition. Okay, if you'd like to do so, maybe I can throw. Actually, we can throw our number up here. Yeah, and just let us know. So the whole idea is to pick smart and safe stock picks here. Okay. You don't want to pick the most volatile stock because you might end up under the strike price and losing a point. So keep that in mind. The competition is live. If quite honestly, I can just pull up our Twitter and we can show this really quick. If we go to my profile, we'll pull up. Let's see if we can find it simply. We're just freeballing here a little bit, but that's okay. Here we go. So this is the contest. If you have interest, get involved. Okay, you can text or call us at the number on screen to reserve a seat. Again, this is how you score points. This is the contest duration for this month. Let us know if you want in. We're giving, I believe it's $300 to first place, $150 to second, and $50 to third. We hope to grow those cash prizes as the contest picks up steam. So If there's any questions, just let us know. But tweet your picks at hashtag PeakBotPicks. If we click on this, we're going to see already a couple picks that have been submitted for this week. So best of luck to everybody. If anybody has questions on any of that, let us know. Thomas, did I miss anything?
I think we covered everything.
Okay, fantastic. Well, just because we got a good amount of people on Twitter, I want to just keep reminding everybody how this all works. PeakBot, again, for the millionth time, you pick the stock, our bots do the rest, okay? This is how everybody's going to be trading in the next 2 years. We're not special, okay? We just wanted to make it easy, affordable, and transparent for the everyday person to utilize the technology that's been available to the institutional trader for the last 4 decades, okay? So again, all you got to do is create your PeakBot account, go to usepeakbot.com, sign up for your 2-week free trial, schedule a demo with us. You're looking at the people who give the demos here. You're going to get Thomas or myself, okay? We're going to spend 15, 30 minutes with you. Make sure you're fully comfortable. You can schedule it right there, pkbt.app/meet. You'll pull up a time on our calendar. Pick a time that works for you. Let us know how we can help you. We take well-known, time-tested option selling strategies that have been traded for decades, and we automate them. The wheel, the iron condor, and now the trend spread bot is coming your way here very soon. We got about 30 live beta testers that we're going to be rolling that out onto this week. So we're very excited. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. We do this show every week. We go live on the Tradier Hub, on our YouTube channel, and on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But that's it. Check out our watch list. Also, check out our results. We're the only platform in this space who shares a full list of our trader results. So check those out. Just go to usepeakbot.com. I'm rambling, but there's a lot of good info here. So take advantage of us. We're here. We're happy to help. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much, everyone. And signing off. See you at the peak.
Later.
Take care, everyone.
All opinions expressed by Tradier Hub contributors are solely the contributors' opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Hub contributors as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. The contributors' opinions are based on their own personal research, but neither Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries warrants its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. Any trades or positions discussed or referred to by contributors may or may not be actual live trades or positions. Such information is not intended to be financial or investment advice. Tradier Inc. is the parent company of Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. and Tradier Inc. are separate entities with their own products and services. Securities products and services are offered through Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. is an independent subsidiary of Tradier Inc., all rights reserved, member FINRA SIPC.